gentlemen, welcome to a Q&A session with me, M. I always get a lot of questions, a lot of text, a lot of emails and everything about questions about dating, relationships. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to take questions that come to me and give you my honest answers. So send me your questions and I'm going to give you my best answer that's going to help you and help my subscribers and anyone else who's looking for answers on this crazy thing called dating and relationships. This question is from one of our subscribers, Jonathan from Arizona. And his question was, Uncle M, why is dating so toxic these days? I try to find I just want to find someone that's up and up, someone that I can build my future with, someone that could understand me, and someone I can talk to. But I run into women that always talk about money and what they, what you need to pay, in order to go on a date and all that stuff. So, he was like, What should I do?" Well, Jonathan, let me say this to you. This new dating scene today is disturbing, confusing, and crazy. So it's really not you. The problem really is twofold. You have the social media part of it, which has distorted everything to the umpteenth degree. So everyone is looking at social media and thinking that, oh, this is the way my relationship should be. So you'll see all these crazy skits and all these crazy situations where women are like, oh, you know what? I send me my money, cash at me some money so I can get my hair done. Send me some money so I can, take care of my kids or buy me a dress or any of that. First of all, Jonathan, if any woman asks you to send you money, send her money in order for you guys to go on a date, block her goddamn number. You don't need her because she's a problem. And she's a problem based on today's society and how women, and I use that quote loosely, women, and they're really girls, but I'll dig into that later, seem to look at relationships now. It's transactional. And then when you try to say, oh well, if I gotta pay for your hair and nails, I'm not going on a date. And they're like, oh well, I'll find someone, and they will. But in this case, if you're trying to find a decent person, the first time they bring up anything about paying for bills, paying for food, hair, nails, car notes, rent, any of that bullshit, run in the other direction because that's not realistic. Because first of all, you have to ask yourself this question. I don't even know you. I don't have a clue who you are. I don't know anything about you. But yet you're gonna start asking me for money and then you expect me to send it to you. And if I keep doing that for every date, that becomes a line item in my goddamn bank account or my statements that, oh, dating is going to cost me a lot of money. And don't get me wrong, when you date, it's going to cost you money. But if anyone asks you for money for anything before you met them, drop them like a bad habit because that's going to end horribly for you. And this is for not only you, Jonathan, but all men. You don't have to pay for anybody's damn hair, nails, or any of that BS because again, we're just trying to communicate. We're just trying to, see if we compatible. Because I'm not buying anything that I can't get a refund. Because if I send that money to you, if I send no money to a lady or anybody I'm trying to date, and then and it doesn't work out, do I at that point say, hey, I pay for your hair and nails and your food and your kids and all that stuff. I need a refund. I need you to cash at me that shit back to me. We're adults. We should be adults. So if you're paying your bills before you met me, that's adulting. That's handling your own personal shit. But a guy who it may not work out with, is not going to pay for your nails. It shouldn't pay for your nails. Shouldn't pay for any of your bills. And the other thing I want to tell you, Jonathan, and all the other men out here, that social media is only going to push the most outlandish shit to you. You're gonna see the most craziest shit on social media because I look at it. I look at it and I just shake my damn head and I was like, no, this shit can't be real. Because what's happening is you're getting the extremes. You're getting both extremes, and they're getting the most, rare time because it's extreme. It makes you gasp. It makes you want to eat that shit up, but it's not reality. And that's what's happening is you get these extreme points of views on both ends, and is monopolizing everyone else's, you know, ability of saying, "Hey, is this norm? Is this how it should be?" No, it isn't. It never should have been this way. But again, you're dealing with a different era. Social media, everybody have brands, everybody want to promote something, everybody want to do all that bullshit. But for the men out there that want a good woman, it's going to take, and I'm going to say this and just take it for whatever you choose to take it as. You have to know who you are before you start dating anyone. And I've said that many times on the podcast and on different things, um, platforms I've been on, is don't go out there searching for something where you don't know who you are or you don't know what you want. And the other thing is, men and women may take this a certain way, but it's factual. If your two biggest thing is your looks and your pussy, I don't need that because we know both of those fade and both of those go bad in a lot of ways. So if I just love you or go with you because you look good, you got good pussy, that's going to definitely dissipate quickly. And then if I don't really get to know you, then you're like, oh shit, it wasn't the pussy ain't no good and she ain't looking good, and there's nothing left. So now you have to look at you wasted your time on something superficial and understand true love and true relationships and something that's going to last a long time has to be deeper than pussy and looks. It has to be because if it's just that, it's going to fail. It's going to constantly fail. You're going to constantly be disappointed. You're going to constantly be like, what the hell is going with the women out here? No, 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 no. If you know what you're looking for before you start dating, that will never become an issue because the thing is, over a long period of time, you have to be able to say, "This is what I want. This is the kind of woman I'm looking for," and go after those women. It's hard to find them. Probably nowadays it's going to take a little bit more effort to find them, but they're out there because, as I said before, you have extremes. You have the 10% extreme on one end, and you got the feminists, and you have the manscape. So you have that mansphere. So you got that craziness going on, and in between is the other 85% of the people, or probably 85% of the people. So again, men, Jonathan, for you, make sure you're good to go and know who you are before you start dating. And the other thing is, if you're not right, if you don't know what you want, yeah, they just want to, you just want to go out there and sample. Then here's the other thing: be honest, because the other thing is we have dishonesty all over the goddamn place, and it's ruining everything. And then you hear women, "Oh, I don't need a man," or men, "I don't need a woman." Yes, stop that shit. Stop it. You need each other. And again, when you hear this battle between man and women, this should be a battle between anything but trying to find your person, trying to find that person who is your one true love. It's not going to be overnight. It's not going to happen on the first date. You're not going to meet her, oh my God, I saw her in a store and she just memorized it. No, 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 no. Fuck all that. We're now dealing with being a man, being an adult, making adult decisions, and then manning up and say, "Oh, you know what? I messed up," or "Damn, I'm my bad." But we have to now get away from this craziness of, you know, battle between men and women and men, have to accept certain things and all that bullshit. No, no. And let me tell you, this is also for women who will look at this. Let me tell you guys exactly what men want. And it's very simple. We want peace. We want someone to love us. And we want someone who's not going to kind of, I want to say, take away our masculinity or take our balls away from us. Because as men, we handle a lot of shit that we don't even talk about. Because for us, we were taught, man up, suck it up. But again, that causes additional stress on us, and we can't even talk about it because if you have a woman that don't want to even listen to you or don't want to give you no peace, goddamn, you're not gonna give her your problems because goddamn, she can't give you peace. So why the hell should I talk to her about what's going on in my life? Because at this point, we can't even talk about just just being a good person. Just goddamn, love me for me, and not put all these extra strains and bullshit on me. So women, again, a message for you. Men are simple. We're not that damn complicated. And stop saying men are zesty. Again, there are. I'm going to say this. There's boys, there are men, and then there are grown men. And those three separate. There are three separate things. So understand, if you get to mess with a boy, you're going to get boy tendencies. If you mess with a man, you get man tendencies. Grown men is a whole nother ball game because again, they're self-assured, they know what they want, and they're not going to take the bullshit. And that means you have to bring something to the table, not just your looks, not just pussy, but you have to bring something tangible that's going to make real men, grown men, want to deal with you and want to build a life with you. So again, we have to get away from this craziness, this toxicity of man versus woman. No, no, no. You can have a lot of verses, but goddamn, men and women do need each other, and men and women can love each other. But you need to take off the blinders and stop looking at the crazy shit on social media and thinking that's the answer. It's not the answer because what's going to leave you is disappointed, broke, and wondering what's the answer. Here's my answer. Do not date until you know why you're dating. If you're just dating for fun, then you're not dating. You start to having fun. Be honest. Communicate. Be honest. But if you're not honest, then all you can do is show exactly what you're looking for and what you want. And what I want to say before I end this particular segment is everyone needs to step back, take a breath, and realize and ask yourselves, what do I want in a relationship? What do I bring to a relationship? Do I bring peace or do I bring drama? And if you're going to bring drama to any relationship, don't get in any relationships at all. Just stay to yourself, get yourself right, and then start this process over again. So with that, I'm going to end this particular segment of Ask M. Hot take for M, or again, this is new, so I don't really have a particular title for it. But you guys keep sending in your questions, and I will answer them. Because again, all I want you to do is to live a healthy, vibrant life. The less time you mess around with bullshit, the longer you can actually enjoy a great relationship with someone that truly loves you. You truly love them. So until next time, people, peace and blessings, and take care of yourselves out there.